Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a new edition of the Daily Debate. In tonight's show, we're going to be focusing on the President's and the government's efforts to really help fasten the process of the digitalization for the whole country, attacking actually many different sectors. It's quite essential for the national security, national economy, and national development for the country. And joining us here in the studio to shed more light on this integral issue is Dr Hany Adel, the banking expert. Dr. Adel, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start our discussion with Dr. Adel, let's check out this report regarding the Egyptian state moving towards the digitalization in all sectors, and we'll be right back.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi inaugurated the Intelligent Transport Exhibition and Conference for the Middle East and Africa in its third session in conjunction with the International Exhibition and Conference on Transport Technology in the Middle East and Africa. In his speech to specialists in the automobile industry, electrical appliances, elevators, and others, the president gave his directives to start first manufacturing the supplies that Egypt imports from abroad to enter the production of the Egyptian industry, which results in reducing the import bill in dollars and increasing the chances of work for youth. The president noted that all services based on the smart city system were not provided only in the new administrative capital, but in all new cities such as New Mansoura, El Alamein, Rashid, and New Asyut, noting that their number is about 20 to 30 cities. He explained that the state needs to enter the era of modernity in dealing with all activities within all its institutions, stressing that the Egyptian state is moving towards digitalization in all its different sectors. In his speech, he touched upon the new customs, referring to the need for Egypt to be the origin from which the goods come from, and all shipments do not go out before Egypt approves them, which will benefit them because of the many free agreements that can exempt goods from customs at all.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, starting off our discussion right away. Dr. Adel, now we've seen the President inaugurating the Intelligent Transport Exhibition and Conference for the Middle East and Africa, and it really is one thing that highlights the importance that Egypt is giving to moving towards technological developments and the digitalization of the country in all different sectors. But this is not something that we've started, or Egypt has started over the past 2, 3, or 4 years. It has started a long time ago. Can you shed light more on the development process and how much it has taken the country to achieve the level that we are witnessing and enjoying right now?
Okay. Let's start with the digitalization process or journey in Egypt. It started a long time ago, but currently we are showing a very focused efforts on the digitalization process. Now the political leadership represented in His Excellency the President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi and the Prime Minister and all the government is focusing on how to transform the process and the solutions and the traditional way of interacting between the government and people from the traditional way to digital format. It's not only about a specific sector, it's a general and general process, including many sectors. Transportation is will be affected. Banking sector and financial sector will be affected. Education will be affected. Governmental process and governmental services will be affected. So it's a general process focusing on transforming the traditional way of dealing with people and traditional way of understanding the people's needs, and how can we help people in creating more opportunities or creating more opportunities for youth Egyptians opportunities for learning, opportunities for working, opportunities for developing. So it's very long journey. We are still in the beginning, and even in the beginning, we did a lot of efforts that's represented now in initiatives from the government and from the president, and we can see that the results is starting to be shown.
Yes. Well, Dr. Adel, actually, it's a journey that started a long time ago, but with the coronavirus pandemic, it seemed like it threw Egypt right in the middle of it, and really having to rely on the digital sort of age and ways of getting things done, be it primarily for the banking sector, also getting the paperwork done, using it in the educational field with e-learning and learning online, using it for transportation, using it for many different things. Did this pandemic have a good effect on having this sort of a crash course in the digitalization and technological usage in the Egyptian government, and how did we fare in it?
Actually, COVID-19 did a very good thing for us and for all the major markets. COVID-19 did a lot of pressure on us to quick up the process towards the digitalization. Through the 2020, we did a lot of actions that was planned to take more time in order to be implemented. But because of COVID-19, we started to launch a lot of initiatives or a lot of process that was planned already to take more time than that. Why? Because of COVID-19, we need to reduce the interaction between people and organizations and banks and governmental entities. So we launched a lot of steps and a lot of initiatives that helped us in promoting the digital solution. Like, for example, in the banking sector, the Central Bank of Egypt, under the supervision of the governor, Mr. Dr Hany Adel, they launched a very important service through banks, definitely, where anyone can apply and have a smart wallet or a mobile wallet without going to the bank and signing documents, which was very important step for the financial inclusion. So if you are a banking client now and you would like to have a wallet on your mobile, you can apply for that through SMS. You can apply through the website, the bank website. So COVID-19 gave us the edge of proceeding more quickly and facilitating the service for people. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people. There was a lot of talk regarding really instilling the banking culture within the Egyptian people, because people still believe that maybe they should keep their cash at home in their safes or in their cupboards. But there was a great movement to really make the people culturally banking, like really apply the banking culture, and the digitalization really helped facilitate such a movement. And as you've mentioned, anybody could use their mobiles now to take care of all the financial transactions. How responsive were the Egyptian people in actually using and applying this new technology?
Okay, digital transformation in the banking sector based on many elements, like awareness, like regulations, like solutions. So during the last period, we, the banking sector, invested in educating people, in increasing their awareness of transforming from cash, being from cash society to be a digital society. So if you reviewed the efforts coming from the banking sector during the last few months, you will find a very important awareness campaign coming from the Federation of Egyptian Banks under the leadership of Mr. Mohammed Atrabi. They call it Bye Bye Cash. It's very important awareness campaign introducing the digital solution to people in the society in a very simple way, in very decent way, and all banks now, they are investing in introducing their services and the financial inclusion through the social media channels and through the simple ways that is accepted by the society. So this is regarding the awareness. The solutions, you can find that Central Bank of Egypt applying the QR code, the quick response code for payment, digital payments. Now you can pay your bills and your utilities through QR code. You can go with your mobile, paying the dues amount through your mobile. And people started to understand that it's such process is facilitating their life. It's making their life much more better and easier. So there's regarding the solutions. There's many solutions, other solutions like digital branches. We can find that some governmental banks opening digital branches now, like National Bank of Egypt, Bank Misr, Bank du Caire, Swiss Canal Bank. They are offering digital banks, digital branches. The digital branch is totally digital, totally automated branch through ATM and ITM, which is interactive teller machine, that providing solutions and providing services to the clients without need for a human interaction.
Yes.
The last element or the third element is the regulations. And during the last two months, we enjoyed the new law, the banking law, which is very important to read and to highlight that the banking law, the new banking law, is providing a lot of regulations and a lot of rules for the for digitalization and digitization of banking services.
Yes.
So the process overall is being developed, the all elements being tackled, and there is many efforts to be coming in the future.
Well, Doctor, you've explained how the digitalization will affect the banking sector and the financial activities as well. And many people understand how it will affect the health, how it will affect the industries and the factories. But how can digitalization also affect and develop the construction field, for instance, the agricultural field, the sports field? How can we actually make use of the digitalization age in progressing and developing other sectors?
Okay, mainly the digital transformation, it's about being connected, about being connected and about getting the analysis, how to use the technology in order to improve your daily work process. So, like for example, the transportation, for example, if you can provide a solution, digital solution for people in order to get their tickets or pay their the bills or for the transportation, that will facilitate their life and will develop the running and the way they are enjoying the service. For the agriculture, if you are able to provide a platform that helps the agriculture sector to interact with the global markets and to show or market their products globally, that will help them. If you can provide some consultation through digital solution, that will help them. If you can attract more investment through digital platforms or digital channels to be invested in such projects that will help the economy as well. So the digital transformation is not only about a specific sector, it's changing the lifestyle, changing the way we are thinking. It's the new normal. And we have to accept that, and we have to deal with that, not only as a government, but also as a people. So now you can find a lot of people, they are going for e-commerce, they are buying online, they are paying online, not only buying online, but also paying online. People started to think about starting up their projects online instead of going to launch a new project in the traditional format. The youth mainly, they are focusing on startups modules now. So it's about how to connect people together and how to facilitate their process and their trading or the way they are serving each other.
Dr. Adel, you've mentioned before that, before we actually start the program, that this will affect the Egyptian economy. It will definitely affect it on the long run. Everybody can imagine how this will affect it, and we're going to save more time and subsequently more money. But on the short term, in the next 2, 3, 5 years, how will this affect the Egyptian economy?
I will tell you. If you can imagine that a fresh graduate person coming from the university, and he has no experience, and there is a very limited employment opportunity. If you empower him or her, if you empower them to and develop their skills in order to start their own project, their own mobile application, or their own e-commerce platform, you created an employment opportunity, you created a job opportunity or work opportunity, and that's very quick to be presented to the market. So if you are educating people, that will help them to create more job opportunities and business opportunities, and that will be in short term, not in long term. If you can teach the person now for about 6 months or 1 year, you will help him the next year to have his own project or his own startup. For example, if we talking about the initiatives that has been taken from the government, I will highlight the Future Work is Digital initiative that's coming from the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology. It's very important initiative. Why? Because it's focusing on the youth generation. It helps 100,000 person to be educated in the fields of artificial intelligence and data science, computer science, and development, web development. So you are empowering them, you are giving them the tools, you are developing their skills, and they can, based on their imagination and their ambition, they can have a business. That would be reflected on the economy.
Yes.
They can make profits, and that would be affecting the economy. They will make profits and they will pay taxes, and that will affecting the economy as well. So it's about developing the skills. It's about opening a gate for innovation, helping them to innovate, helping them to open a new door for the Z generation. We call it the millennial.
Yes.
People who's coming in the world to the world with a mobile connected all the day. You are giving them the opportunity to open a new business.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, you've mentioned that people will now find it easy, especially the youth, the millennials, as you've mentioned, to really make use of such a technology, such a digitalization movement. But what about the older people? What about the actual employees who have been working for years and maybe decades in banks or governmental institutions, and they're used to doing the actual paperwork? Do we have some sort of a transformation or a training for them to be able to apply the new technology and make use and be beneficial with the administration and the application of the new technology? How's that working?
Definitely there is some resistance because people, they are not accepting change easily. But those people who we are talking about, for the last decades, they were never dealing with Facebook. They were never dealing with Twitter, but now they are doing. Why? Because it's new normal, as I was telling you. It's a new normal. It's a current situation, and they have to deal with it. So there's some resistance, yes, but by time they will adapt. They will accept the change, and they will deal with it, and they will be part of the change. Maybe that will take more time, but the older generation that you are talking about, they are giving their places now to the new generation. They are going to be retired, and the new generation will take the place in order to keep developing. And believe me, the technology is a fact.
Yes.
Finally, it's like that. You have to accept it, and you have to deal with it. Such people previously were never having a mobile phone in their hands, and now they are having a smartphone in their hands, and they are doing a lot of payments and a lot of online booking and online payments, and through their even calling taxis.
Yes.
Through the mobile. So they will accept by time.
Yes. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as Dr. Adel mentioned, the inevitability of this progress is realized by the government and the President actually instructed to integrate the digitalization and artificial intelligence in universities and also in construction projects. Let's check out this report and we'll be right back.
In a meeting on Sunday with Egypt's Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli and Telecommunication Minister Amr Talat, President Fattah al-Sisi ordered increasing the use of artificial intelligence technologies in the state's construction and urban planning projects, as well as in farming, health, and education. Following the meeting, presidential spokesman Ambassador Bassem Rodi said President Fattah al-Sisi called for upgrading post offices nationwide, as well as automating the litigation system as per the Digital Egypt Justice Strategy. El-Sisi demanded the immediate start of the Digital Egypt initiative, which he said would directly contribute to the country's efforts in digital transformation and enhance the digital skills of human resources to provide Egyptians with quality digitized services. Minister Talat reviewed the latest developments concerning launching a platform for urban community models that are meant to govern the construction system in Egypt and deter building violations and land transgressions. Ambassador Rodi added that the meeting also touched upon the latest domestic projects in electronic design and manufacturing, which is part of the state's vision to assist companies that work in the field to reach international markets, attract direct foreign investments, and enhance electronic trade. The meeting also discussed the situation of other national projects in the telecommunications and information technology sectors. Egypt is currently paying special attention to digital transformation. According to Finance Minister Mohammed Nait, it has allocated 12.7 billion Egyptian pounds for gradual digital transformation in the fiscal year 2020-2021 budget. The ambitious plan targets the digitization of all government services countrywide.